What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. We have a special broadcast here. I hooked up with Miss Jazz, the motivator. Hollered at her and told her that, hey, we need to do something. One time for the one time.
Yes.
Go ahead. Give me your credentials, Jazz, because this is the first time you're on my channel. I've been on your channel a couple of times.
Yes.
First time
Hi, everybody. My name is Jasmine Burfitt Ginless. I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I provide therapeutic services to adults, adolescents, and children. My specialty is conflict resolution and mediation and parenting. So I'm pretty well versed. I've been a social worker for over 20 years and enjoy what I do.
Okay. When you get down, I want you to put your credential. I mean, whatever your page or whatever.
Okay.
When we get, at some point. The beautiful woman next to you.
Yeah. Tell them who you are. Really.
Hi. So, okay. 1 second. Hi, I'm Miss Royal. I am a minister in training. I also speak a motivational speaker about anxiety and depression because I once was a victim, suffer from it. So I speak at different healing circles in different places, and I minister, especially to the youth. That's what I do.
Okay, we got a minister. We got go ahead.
Very good.
Glory today, boy. Miss Samantha.
Hi. I am a teacher. I teach 8th grade right now. I've taught from the high school level down to middle school as low as 6th grade. This is my 6th year, and I am graduating in August with my principal certification. So I'm trying to move up the ladder. I started my master's in counseling, and I did that for about a year before I changed my mind and went to administration. So my counseling time was really where I started dipping into the emotional aspect of things, and then just working with kids in the classroom. And I am a parent myself. I have a blended family, and technically we have 7 kids. 3 of them are under the age of 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all busy over there.
Congratulations on the almost there, made it
Yeah.
principal certificate. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And where are you at? I know down in the left corner, there in New Orleans. You're in Texas, right, Samantha?
Yes. I'm near Austin, really close to Austin.
Okay. And Miss Taylor.
Hi. Well, this is my first time doing a podcast, number one. My name's Tioka Taylor. I am just a stay-at-home mom. I have 4 children. I work on online store. I do e-commerce. This is going into our 2nd year now, running this online business, and currently in the works of opening another business. So I'm all about, supporting Black businesses and women empowerment and, positive things.
Okay. And if y'all got businesses, I want y'all to put all y'all, information down in the comments at some point. Okay. Especially you, Taylor. I think you got how many, 2 or 3 businesses you got going on?
Just the 2nd one we're working on right now.
Okay. So yeah, you put your information there, so anybody that's looking here can hit you up.
All right.
Okay. So I call this meeting today. So yeah, I'm gonna start it off. The reason I call this meeting is I've been doing on my Black Male podcast, as you see, that's my logo. We talk about stuff from a Black man's point of view, but because there's no Black man without a Black woman, a lot of times we bring representation on. And y'all women, beautiful women here today are representation we got. So what my focus is on like the Black family, the Black community. I've been in these groups and I've put up different stuff. And one thing we're going to start on is what everybody kind of agrees with. Like across the board, when I put this out, everybody agrees with this. Do y'all think there's a problem in the Black community?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%. Like everybody knows there's a problem. But nobody wants to focus in and drill down on what could be the solutions for this problem. The biggest problem, I think, is it starts off with the interpersonal relationship between men and women in the Black community. Jazz, let's hear your take on that.
I think one of the biggest issues is communication between the man and the woman. A lot of us are groomed to listen to respond as opposed to listen to hear as opposed to listening to respond. So we're so quick to just be able to respond to everything. You tell me something, I tell you something. You tell me something, I tell you something. But we aren't actually taking the time to hear each other, digest what each other say, reiterate what our perception is of what the other person said, because sometimes that's where things are lost. Right? If I'm having a conversation with you and you're sharing some concerns with me, and I'm not even focused on your concerns, as you're talking to me, I'm processing what my response is going to be to you. I haven't digested anything that you said. So sometimes it's lost in the communication between the man and the woman, because again, our goal is to win the fight in the end. And when we're winning, then the whole family is losing.
Yeah.
So we need to definitely learn healthier ways to communicate.
Yes.
Samantha, you shake your head. Do you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I definitely agree that communication is a problem. I call it, it's funny that Jazz said that. I say we react instead of responding, which is kind of the same concept. Like, we're not taking time to really digest what's being said. And I think that it's really, truly on both sides. Like, my partner and I, we have arguments, and a lot of times it's because maybe I didn't bring the topic up in the correct manner, or I was too hostile, or, it's all about perception. And I think until we understand that our partner's perception of what we were trying to say, what we're trying to get across to them does matter, and it needs to be taken into consideration, we're never going to really correct the communication issue that we have,
How about you, Taylor?
I think also, I agree with the ladies when they said communication is the key, but also I think that accountability is also a part of the solution. I mean, things that needs to be changed. We have to first hold ourselves accountable in order for it to be effective communication. Anytime there's a conflict, you can't just go on and blame someone off the top. You have to really understand what happened and then take accountability for what you've done. And then you can sit down and speak in a calm manner, adult conversation, to resolve whatever issues that's going on.
Okay. Let's get the minister in training. Come on, mister. Let's hear a word. Let's get a word.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Two things I think that is very important to relationships: patience and love.
Yes.
First of all, I think in the Black community, we don't have any patience to wait on the person that God has for us. I think we feel like we miss out so much on life. We force and put ourselves in relationships that's unequally yoked. Secondly, I use love because you have to love is a communication four-letter word to me. So you have to love a person enough to even care about their opinions or what matters to them. If you put love in it, love wins all. I do believe that we have to have enough love, learning first how to love each other first. Love, I mean, really I take that word serious, because once we begin to know and know how to love each other and put that four-letter word in the place it needs to be in, I do believe that we will be open to see or receive from each other, because you care about that person. So in order for you to sit there and know their needs and wants and how can we communicate, love has to come first. And I do believe most of the time in these relationships in the Black community, we don't even wait. So we anxious to find love, because where we come from, it was not much love brought our way.
Yeah.
So I do believe that the first thing is patient and understanding what relationship you are getting into. Second, if you bring love in it and love wholeheartedly, because people, they say they love, but they don't use the word love in the correct manner. I want to say they don't, So I just do believe if you love fully in the way that God intends to love us and have love for people, period, you will begin to understand their needs and wants and get down to the bottom of where we can get this together for our family and children and friendship and relationship. That's my whole input.
So we got to have the agape love, right? That agape.
That's right.
Love.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna get on your level now.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I'm going to add something to that. So we have communication, we have love, and patience.
Accountability.
Yes, accountability. So my take, and I don't do surface level. I do in-depth, deep, right? My thing is that the black man and woman, our foundation is a bunch of lies from the past, and that's what I've been focusing on my channel and for the last couple of weeks. It's a bunch of lies. Women have been passed down lies to other women. We've had fathers missing in the household, so the women have got the one-sided story. Also, men, has been raised by single mothers. We know it's 80% single mother rate. So we're built on a bunch of lies, just like in this country. This country is built on a bunch of lies. We have this critical race theory going on that people are fighting against, because if we know the truth, then now we can maybe do better. And I think the same thing goes for relationships. If we know the truth, like we need each other. That's the first truth. Like we got people going around thinking they don't need the other sex. That's where our title comes from, right? I can do bad by myself. Like I said, I've seen this. I've heard this. I heard this throughout my life, from my grandmother's age all the way down to when I was dating. I heard that term, and to me, it's a term that keeps us away from each other.
You keep perpetuating the same cycle of I can do bad all by myself, and you're carrying that down, and you're programming the next generation for that. I definitely agree with that. One of the things when I do my Monday's motivation talks, I'm always encouraging young fathers to get active into their children's lives, right? Because when you think about it, it's almost as if like it bothers me. I know we see all of the beautiful pictures and all for the girls who's taking their photo shoots and maternity photo shoots. We see all of these beautiful gender reveals, but most of the time it's a woman standing there herself, right? Where is that father? Or you see the woman and her kids there, but where is that father? So I'm always encouraging young black males, look, get in your children's lives. We weren't designed to do everything alone.
No,
right?
Especially today.
Bad by myself. Let's throw away with that, because that's not the truth. You're gonna do bad by yourself.
Right.
You were designed to have a partner in everything. So you're wondering why, and this is on the therapy side, suicide rate is super high amongst African Americans. We've never had black women or black men committing suicide. Now it's even prevalent in our kids. It's because where is our helpmate? Generally, when my kids are being raised in a 2-parent home, just as Samantha is. When I'm tired and overwhelmed, just as Maria is. When I'm tired and overwhelmed, look, go by your daddy. Ask your daddy. Don't ask me.
Right.
So that gives me a break. It gives me an opportunity to be able to go and say, no, I can't deal with this. This is something for your father, and it's vice versa. But I'm very careful not to carry those cycles of being the strong woman, having the S on my chest. You can do everything. You don't need a man. I'm very conscious and careful not to share that with my daughters. I'm very conscious and careful.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. It's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down, because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.